Stop. Gotta wait, yeah.
I just hate hills.
Hey guys, welcome to another video, and today we have another mock test. Like always, before we get started, any of you who are learning to drive and want to save time and money on driving lessons, please check out the Ultimate Driving course.
Hooray! So this course really filled my knowledge gaps and I became more confident.
After watching some of the videos on the course, I felt really comfortable with the extra knowledge.
Before I passed my driving test, I was really nervous. It really helped me have more confidence, and I would take what I learned during the course into my lessons and really aid that.
The videos obviously help you because you're going into that lesson knowing exactly what you're going to do, and just having that knowledge just makes that lesson faster and you feel a lot better.
38 easy to understand, precise videos covering every single topic required to pass the driving test. These are not just theory based, they are practical videos demonstrating everything from moving off and stopping a vehicle to all of the maneuvers and every other module required. So if you're lacking knowledge, or maybe your instructor has forgotten to cover something, or you're just not grasping a certain topic, then this course has it covered. You can watch the videos before your driving lessons, which means you'll get into the car knowing exactly what to do. This will definitely save you time on your lessons. Okay, so today's learner driver is Remi, and guys, for those of you who don't know, the learners that turn up here, they haven't had any driving lessons with me. I'm meeting Remi for the first time, and he just wants me to assess his driving to see if he's ready for his actual driving test, which he's got coming up soon. Yeah. And yeah, guys, any of you who are interested in a mock test, obviously I don't charge you guys for this because you guys allow me to upload them onto YouTube. All you need to do is drop me a message on Instagram, and we just pick participants randomly. Yeah. Okay, so Remi, could you tell us a little bit about your driving, please?
I used to have my license from back home. Now that I've come to the UK, I was only allowed to drive for a year, but having driven for about 5 years. So I'm doing my license now to get back on the road and get back.
Okay, so you've driven back home. Where was that?
St. Martin in the Caribbean.
Okay, in the Caribbean. And you drove for about 5 years there, you said? These 5 years you drove?
About 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, guys, if you come to the UK and you have an international license, you can drive for a year. So you drove for a year here?
Yeah. You're allowed
Okay.
to drive here for a year from the date that you enter into the country.
Yeah. So how long did you drive? Did you drive here for a year, or was it shorter?
Yeah, but I drove automatic.
Okay, you drove automatic.
Yeah.
And how did you find the driving?
It was alright, but I know broke some rules, but yeah.
You broke some rules. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So you've been taking lessons with an instructor now?
Yes,
Okay, good. And do you think you're ready for your test?
I don't think so, no.
You don't think so?
No.
Okay. What's the reason for that?
I just think I did some things that I need to sharpen up on, but we'll try see if I'm actually ready for my upcoming test.
Cool. That's the reason why we're doing this today.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I do expect Remi's driving to be quite smooth today. Not because he's been driving in a different country or he's got some experience. Because of his Instagram handle. What is it?
Mr. Smooth.
Mr. Smooth. Yeah. So yeah. Let's see how smooth you are today with your driving. Yeah? Okay. Right. So you know how the mock tests work. You've watched the videos, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, I won't say anything during the test.
Yeah.
About if you do make any faults. Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, for the people watching, I'll go through the faults just before they're about to happen. Any serious faults in red text, any normal driving faults in amber text, and any good points in green text. Yeah. Okay. Any questions before we start, Remi?
No.
Okay. And the show me, tell me questions. Have you been through those with your instructor yet?
No, but I think I know a few from the video.
Okay, so you want me to go through them?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, so could you tell me how you would know if there's a problem with your anti-lock braking system?
If the lights come up on the dashboard,
Could you know what light it will be?
the anti-lock, it will come up on, I haven't driven this car. It usually shows in red.
Okay, cool. I'll give you that. Yeah, it's the ABS.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. The sign. So that's fine. So whenever you're ready, Remi, if you could move off, we're going to start off by following the sat nav. Here's the key. And guys, obviously Remi hasn't driven this car before, but he's going to have no problem because it's quite smooth.
One more thing here.
Yeah.
Is push down to start clutch.
Yeah.
And then for reverse is straight.
Yeah, for the reverse gear, there's a little lever at the front which you lift up and then push to the left. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Let me see. Ready?
Yep. Ready, bring you up.
At the end of the road, turn right.
Before signalling, you should check the mirrors. Remi should have checked the centre and right mirrors before signalling. He doesn't check the mirrors, and this did happen a few times during the test.
Turn right.
And if you could park up anywhere safe on the left, please. Remi parks up well in a good position. Thank you. And move off when you're ready. When moving off, he checks the right blind spot slightly too late. This should be checked just before moving. He moves off and then checks after. Now here the sat-nav instructs to keep right. Many people would move over to the right lane as soon as they hear these instructions, but the turn is still quite a distance away, so it's too early to change lanes. Remi does well and doesn't rush to change lanes.
Ahead, keep right.
Here Remi changes lanes well, but then makes his first serious driving fault.
After 400 yards, turn right.
There are two sets of lights. We can see the green arrow for traffic continuing straight ahead, and the red light is for traffic turning right. Remi does stop, but then decides to continue past the red light. I had to intervene. Stop. Gotta wait, yeah. Remi holds back well in a good position and doesn't get too close to the parked car. Again, he doesn't check the mirrors before signalling.
Left.
At this uphill junction, it's safe to continue as the main road is clear, but Remi stops and takes a while to move off. I think this may have been because he's not too confident on hills. If there was a vehicle behind us, then I would have marked this as a serious driving fault, but there was no one behind. When moving off here, he rushes off the clutch and stalls.
This is smooth.
He also gets too close to the parked vehicle.
At the end of the road, turn right. Then take the second right.
Again, Remi doesn't check the mirrors before signalling. When approaching any turn, you should slow down using the brake and then put the clutch down. But Remi presses the clutch down first, and this can speed up the vehicle, especially on a downhill road.
Turn right. Then take the second right.
Instead of selecting first gear, Remi uses third gear when entering the dual carriageway.
This is smooth.
Remi shows good anticipation and reacts well to the taxi pulling out when it shouldn't have. We are turning right third exit at both of these roundabouts. Remi signals too early on the approach to the first roundabout. Apart from that, he does both roundabouts quite well.
Go right on the roundabout, third exit.
There's another roundabout after this is right again.
Sorry?
After this roundabout there's another one out which we're turning right again.
Go right on the roundabout, third exit.
Before exiting the roundabout, Remi checks the mirror as well. It is safe, so he should have moved over and exited onto the left lane, but he stays in the right hand lane. This isn't a fault, as he does move back over to the left lane when it's safe.
After 400 yards, cross the roundabout, first exit.
And if you could turn right please. This right turn is on a sharp bend. Remi positions well and makes good observations before turning. At this roundabout, if you could go straight ahead, third exit please. This roundabout, Remi does well, but he thinks he's made a mistake. Yeah, straight ahead. Coming up now are 3 serious driving faults. And at this roundabout, if you could turn right, third exit, towards those traffic lights. That's where we're going, yeah? And at those lights, we'll be turning right. This roundabout, he does well. I did say we were turning right again at the lights, so he could have stayed to the right and exited onto the right-hand lane, but he doesn't. This isn't a fault. But now when changing lane here, Remi doesn't check any mirrors.
We're turning right.
Yeah. When turning right, there is an oncoming vehicle which is also turning right, so Remi decides to go. But there is another vehicle behind that which is continuing straight ahead. Remi should have waited for that vehicle. That vehicle did have to slow down because we were turning. End of the road, if you could turn left please. At this junction there is a stop sign, which means you must fully stop. Even though he makes sure it's safe to go, Remi doesn't fully stop the car. Park up on the left please. Now I'm going to ask Remi to carry out the reverse parallel parking maneuver. Thank you. And I'd like to do the reverse parallel parking maneuver please, using that blue car in front. So I'll pull up next to it and then park behind it, leaving about 1 car length from the back of that car and the front of our car, yeah? Okay? Whenever you're ready. He forgets to check the right blind spot before moving off. He carries out good observations before reversing. When steering to the left, it's important to check the right blind spot before our vehicle swings out. Remi rushes and doesn't observe properly. He finishes up in a good position. It's okay to block a driveway when finishing this maneuver, but I ask him to reverse more as we'll be ending the test here. Okay, if you could just reverse a little bit more please. This is fine, but I just want you to reverse a little bit more because we're going to end the test here now, yeah? That's fine. Thank you. Now let's get some feedback off Remi and find out what he thought about his driving.
Oh my god.
That bad was it?
Yeah, it was.
So how do you think it went?
I failed.
What on?
The stoplight.
Yeah, those lights. So
I started to overthink, and I just knew it.
did it make sense to you know what you were supposed to do?
I was supposed to wait until the other lights turn
That's it.
green and
Yeah.
then approach with precaution to make sure that the clearway was clear. And then I was able to turn.
Yeah, the green arrow was pointing straight ahead. Yeah,
I started to, I knew it because I stopped. That's the thing.
Yeah,
I
know, that's
stopped.
what I mean. Yeah,
And then I started overthinking it.
I was more worried about because you were in gear 3. I thought you were going to stall there. Yeah, but then you sorted out your gear, and then you started to like just edge forward.
I started panicking. That's what happened.
Yeah. So that was your first serious fault. I could see you're panicking a bit on hills.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't like doing hills, do you?
I don't.
Yeah. So you know you'll be on your driving lessons.
Yeah.
You got plenty of time until your driving test. What are you gonna ask your instructor to take you on?
Hills.
Yes, say can you take me on the steepest hills.
I don't like going to the...
Yeah, but then how are you gonna get better?
I just like hate hills.
Yeah, but the thing is, you say to your instructor, can you take me on hills and help me through them, please?
Yeah.
It's not your responsibility if something goes wrong in a driving lesson. It's the instructor's.
You
yeah?
see,
if you're not,
as soon as I get in that area and I start to panic, I start doing things
yeah,
that I know I shouldn't do.
yeah,
And I think that's my problem.
yeah. But just imagine, like on your driving test, you don't have any hills, but you've passed your driving test and you come up to a really steep hill on your own in the car. So you rather do it with, like, you know, when your driving instructor is with you in the car, go and practice. You're paying for the driving lessons. Say to your instructor, this is what I want to do today. I just want to do loads of steep hills.
Yeah.
And by the end of the lesson, you might feel a bit better if you don't do another lesson on it.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, yeah, hills, even though you didn't make a serious fault on it today, yeah, like the first one, there's no one behind us. You did hesitate. It was clear to go.
Yeah.
But you just stopped. Yeah? If you can... You know the driving lessons that I do with my nephew?
Yeah.
Brandon. We did a lesson on hills. Please watch that carefully. And it's
I'll probably
explained.
look for it, don't
Yeah,
I?
it's yeah. There's a playlist. I'll put the playlist here actually on the top, so you can just click on it. Yeah, okay. And on there's a lesson on hills, and just watch that lesson, and you'll understand how to approach, what to do, practice clutch control with your instructor as well. Okay, right. The serious faults. You had 3 towards the end now.
Three serious faults.
Yeah, you only had that one first, you know, with the lights.
Yeah.
And then at towards the end. So remember at the roundabout, when we turned right, then I said at the lights, we're going to be turning right again.
Yes.
On the following roundabout, I said to you, we're turning right and then turning right again at the lights. So you did the roundabout good, yeah? You exited towards the left, yeah? Okay, you know, when we did that roundabout, and then you said, oh, is it right at the lights? I said yes. And then what you did was you went from there to there, but you didn't check your right mirror. You had a quick glance at this one, but you didn't check your right mirror at all. Yeah? And changing lanes like that quickly.
Drastically, you need to make sure you look for your left.
Yes. Okay?
Okay.
If you haven't checked, just stay in the wrong lane.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you go the wrong way. But don't ever change lanes without checking your mirrors thoroughly.
Okay.
You understand that, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay? And then on that, when you change your lanes, we're turning right at the traffic lights. So you moved off, yeah? There was a car in front turning that way, yeah? So you decided to go, but there was a silver car behind it coming quite fast.
When?
You know, at those lights? You can see back in the video,
Okay.
yeah? There was a silver car coming quite fast, and you decided to go. I was about to go for the brake, that car slowed down, and that would be a serious fault on your test.
Okay.
Yeah. See, you're asking me now. That just comes. You're like, oh, where was this? Which car was it?
Yeah.
It just shows that you weren't. You like again. That's a thing that a lot of learners do. They just look at the first car. As soon as see that's turning, they decide to go. But look at the traffic behind. That's still got priority.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that, and then the final one. There's a stop sign. Yeah. Did you notice a stop sign? Should you turn left at the end of the road? There was a stop line and a stop sign. So we got to the end of the road. You got gear 1, you checked, and it was safe to go, and you went. But did you fully stop the car?
Was it on, like, can't remember, to be honest.
Yeah, it's only about just a couple of minutes ago. Yeah, but
I think every road that I turn, I stop at every stop.
we only had one stop sign. And you know, at a stop sign, what are you supposed to do? So obviously you have a giveaway and you have a stop. What's the difference?
The giveaway that you need to give priority over to who's coming, but then at the stop sign, you have to make sure that you look both ways to make sure it's clear.
No, so you know when you come to the end of the road,
Mhm.
yeah, you have to check both sides anyway all the time, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so at the end of the road you can have a giveaway marking,
Mhm.
yeah. So which means you have to obviously give way.
Yeah.
At a stop sign you have to give way as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
You have to come to a complete stop.
yes, whereas as a giveaway, if you've got a decent view and you can see it's clear, even if the car's rolling a bit, you check and you go. Yeah.
Okay.
But a stop sign, you must come to a complete stop, and you didn't.
Okay.
Just please sort these few things out. Easily doable. Yeah, in about 3 or 4 lessons max. Okay, sort that out, and you should have no issues passing your test. Okay.
Okay.
Any questions?
No, I'm gonna look over it. When it
Cool. Yeah.
comes to-
Look back at the video, and you'll know exactly.
Understand? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And guys, well, firstly, Remi, thanks a lot for taking part in the mock test. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And guys, like always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.